Okay, I'm going to go over what we've been using to try and teach our son his letters and his numbers. Now, some of this stuff is really, really basic stuff that's like really easy to pick up, and some of this stuff, you know, it's kind of not exactly in his age group right now, but it's like, you know, maybe a year above. But I really feel like sometimes if you just challenge them a little bit, they're more inclined to learn. There's not really a lot of pressure in learning his letters at all. It's just something that we try and make fun and something that he really enjoys doing. Now, I know a lot of people start with teaching their kid the alphabet, and I mean, it's a really nice song, and it's just his version of it because he doesn't understand what it is that he's singing and he can't associate that song with the actual letters. It kind of all sounds like gibberish, like it doesn't sound like the alphabet at all. It sounds like his own make-believe alphabet. So I was hoping by teaching him the letters that he would be able to probably like enunciate them properly, and that song would actually have more meaning to him rather than just singing the melody to the song. And with his numbers, you know, he would always, I mean, for a while it was just he could count up to 3, and then he could count to 10, but he would always skip 7, and now he finally remembers it. Now, some of his numbers, they don't sound exactly correct, but when you say the number and you ask him to repeat it, he says it the exact same way that he will say it when he's counting till 10. So right now I think he's trying to say them properly, but he doesn't have, he isn't able to properly say them all, but he is in fact counting all the way to 10, just not the way you or I would do it. But basically what we're using, the simplest thing that we use, Munchkin makes these little foam letters for the bathtub, and they do letters and numbers, and basically during bath time we can fill the bath up with bubbles, and he just goes on a letter and a number search, and he picks up a letter or a number, and he knows that letter, then he'll say it, or if he knows the number, then he'll say it, and if he doesn't, then he asks, and then we go through and we'll just tell him whatever it is that he doesn't know. Right now though, he is intertwining some letters and numbers, like the I looks like the number 1 to him, and a 3 looks like an E, and those types of things. But I think that he's actually starting to recognize letters, and he'll look at different bags, or if we're going to the grocery store and he's looking at food, he'll look on the bags and he's actually able to identify some of the letters. So I think that he's at a really, really good start, and I was really surprised that, because this wasn't our intention, it was just we were trying to expose it to him, and whether he picked it up or not, you know, it wasn't a big deal. It's something that we wanted him to learn, but we weren't just going to stress it at this point. So we use the Munchkin letters in the bathtub for the little letter numbers hunt. This is the little Leapfrog laptop. This was, I think, supposed to be for 2-year-olds. I'm not quite sure when I got it for him, but I know it was before he was 2. He's probably like 1.5 or something. But you're actually able to plug this into the computer, and you can program it to say your child's name, and it does all of the letters. And it also, like, you'll hit like a letter and it's like C for cat, and then it might meow or something. So it was actually also teaching him sounds that animals made at the same time, which at this age group is really important. They normally ask you, okay, how many animals and sounds of those animals can your child name? So I really found this one to come in handy, and he loves to play with it, and it's a good one for the car that we can just take and he can just play with. It is a little loud though, but it's the My Own Leaptop by Leapfrog. And then it's the Preschool Prep series. Now I have to say, this is probably one of the most annoying DVDs that my kid owns. I dread him watching this DVD just because it's so repetitive. It's not something that I want to sit through and watch. But, so maybe if you're going to wash the dishes or something or need to get some laundry done real quick, this is the DVD that I would put in. And they do like meet the colors, meet the numbers, meet the letters, meet the sight words. They cover a lot, or you can just buy individual tapes. But we're using these for we have the set with the letters, numbers, and colors and sight words, and he really likes to watch the letters and the numbers, and he started learning them really quickly. So I was really pleased with them, with these DVDs. It's just, for a parent, it can be really frustrating to watch. So, but it's really beneficial for them if you can go through and, you know, also repeat the letters with them. It's just not something that you're going to want to do all the time, because yeah, they're not as enjoyable, obviously, for adults, but they're really beneficial to kids. So this one, I think these DVDs were really what started him learning his numbers and letters in the first place. And then also, this is not for his age group, but Leapfrog makes these, and they have one for both the letters and for the numbers. This one's for the numbers, and basically you turn it on and you can click a number and it'll say the number, and then right here it lights up and it'll help you draw the number. You have your little pen on the back. Hopefully if I can get it out. And it'll light up red and it'll show you, I think he drained the battery, but it'll show you how to draw the number. So you can practice drawing the number. And right now he's not able, obviously, to draw the numbers, but I can draw the numbers with him, and he pushes the buttons and he listens to which number it is. And this has really come in handy too. You just throw it in the diaper bag and it keeps them preoccupied for quite some time. And sometimes he just doesn't even like playing. Oh. Ha.
Numbers.
So yeah.
4. Let's write it.
Start here, make a short line to here. Then make a short line to here. Finally, make a line from here to here.
So yeah. That's basically how it does it. And he's really liked just listening to this and listening to the different numbers. And then the last thing that we use is really simple. It's just the doodle pad. So basically I'll write a letter or a number, and we just go through and we discuss what it is. Like we'll say A, we're trying to add the sounds with the letters, but I'm not really expecting him to get that right now. Right now I'm just happy that he's actually recognizing letters. So these are just some things that we use to help him. So if your child's in that age group where you're wanting to help them learn and teach them the letters, these are some really good tools that I found that really helped us. So yeah, thanks.